What's going on, everybody? It's the Mouth from the South here. Just want to take a quick minute out of your day to bore your ears to death with a bit of boxing talk. In particular, boxing pundits. I just finished watching this Sky Sports interview where Vidal Riley was being interviewed by a Sky boxing pundit. And the dude was just slating the JJ versus Logan match like so bad. Like, it's a professional fight. It is. They're fighting professional. They're on a professional card. It's being presented by Eddie Hearn, who's basically the best promoter in professional boxing. And it's being streamed on DAZN. And I'm pretty sure it's on Sky and shit as well. Well, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? So why isn't it a professional fight? Why not? And why, when, like, it's going to do bits for the sport. I'm a huge boxing fan outside of YouTube boxing. I was a boxing fan before I was a fan of YouTube or YouTube boxing. And I'm all for it, in all honesty. Like, why do boxing pundits have to get so salty anytime there's a bit of a crossover in the sport? So a few years back when Mayweather-McGregor happened, like, UFC fans were all for it. Because it drew eyes to the sport, it got people interested, and the whole world was talking about it. But boxing pundits, they would slate it any chance they could. Saying that McGregor wasn't really a boxer. Saying, well, which to be honest he isn't, but he's got a professional boxing background. And also the fact that he's, fighting in a professional boxing match. He's got his professional boxing license, which JJ and Logan also do. So why isn't it professional? Also, McGregor was going up against the best boxer in the world. Like, that's pretty much undoubtable. He's one of the greats of his time. Not the great as he claims. Nah. But, not being funny, YouTube boxing is going to bring something else. They are fighting under professional rules. They have worked their arse off in training. They're being trained by professional boxers. JJ has the Mayweather gym and professional boxer Vidal Riley as his main coach. And Logan has Shannon Briggs. But at the end of the day, why can't it be called a professional fight? Why do you have to sit there and slate it? Especially when, like, this is gonna draw eyes to boxing. It already has. People who aren't necessarily boxing fans are already talking about the boxing fight. And slate Eddie Hearn as much as you want. The guy saw how many people tuned in for the first fight. He leapt on it, obviously. Partially because of money, because it's Eddie Hearn. He does everything for money. Can't slate the guy. But also, he knows that it's going to bring people to the sport. Some of them won't stick. He said that, and I'll openly admit, there are going to be some people who won't even watch the undercard. If Gibbon Jake is on the undercard, which I don't think it is now, there's rumours going around that it's going to be done in Saudi Arabia on the undercard of Joshua versus Ruiz. And that's beside the point. But people are gonna watch just the final fight. But at the end of the day, there are gonna be people who go, oh, sod it, let's see what the rest of boxing's like then. I know names, like JJ's mentioned names. Like, he's mentioned his Anthony Joshua's. Tyson Fury's been throwing his hat in, saying who he's got in the fight. So's Deontay Wilder. So's Ruiz. Like, if professional boxers are willing to give their fucking opinion about it and, like, say it's a good thing for the sport, why did pundits have to be so fucking salty about it, man? There's no need for it. At the end of the day, it's going to bring eyes to the sport. It's going to make the sport money. So why is it bad? This is going to be the second most talked about fight in 2019. Like, aside from AJ versus Ruiz and the rematch, JJ and Logan are up there. Like, there are not many other professional fights this year that will be talked about as much as AJ Ruiz and JJ Logan. So, at the end of the day, stop being so fucking salty. You need to just accept when a good thing's happening. And I do slightly get the argument of, well, there are people who have worked their life to get where they need to be, and, you know, there are people who have gone years and years and years to try and get where they are, and suddenly these guys, they have a couple fights and they're shot straight to the top. So, not being funny, boxing is about personality. Like, if you look at boxers of the past, a lot of them brought personality to the table. Still to this day, Muhammad Ali is the best talker in boxing. There's a reason Ali is called the GOAT, because he had everything. He had the talk, he had swagger, he had class, and he would knock you the fuck out. So why, when JJ and Logan have that and they can bring that to the table and stand out aside from other boxers who can't quite seem to get that you need to build a brand nowadays outside of yourself as a fighter? Why is that seen as such a bad thing? But, hey, rant over, they're going to do bits. Excited for the fight November 9th, and Pundits, they really need to just let up and enjoy what's good. Alright, I'm out.